Tobuscus!
Hello once again, audience. My name is Keej TV, and today, instead of doing anything that Tobuscus does nowadays, we're doing a Manchild review of Transformers Cybertron Primus Unleashed Buzzsaw here. Yeah, I figured with all the special attention, the kind of subtle wee bias that the Modern Legacy design team has for Cybertron, I figured maybe it would be kind of relevant, semi-relevant, to check out an old school kind of Cybertron toy. And by that I mean talking about an Armada repaint, obviously. Yeah, I think this is the first time I've ever messed around with a Cybertron toy unboxed. Cybertron technically was the first toy line I ever had. It was a Starscream and a Vector Prime that were like hand-me-downs from our neighbours who just moved out recently. That's kind of weird timing. But yeah, that was years ago. I must have been 5. This was right before Animated came out, and that's where I kind of really, you know, saw I liked Transformers. But enough about that. Let's take a look at this guy here. Cyclonus repaint here. From what I know, I guess what you can kind of peek in from there, a pretty decent kind of, what do you call, remolding. Yeah, actually, that's a better photo in the back there. Yeah, a pretty decent refurbishing of this mold to try and make it look more like, I guess, Buzzsaw if he was an attack helicopter from like the year 21,000. Oh shit, there's a bio here. God, I'm so used to, like, you know, speaking about Legacy, I am so used to there being like no bios that like this is something for me. Okay. During the evacuation of Cybertron and the incredible danger presented by the black hole, okay, many of the bravest, craziest, and most foolish stayed behind. Okay, this guy's a moron then. Buzzsaw is one of the crazies, a dangerous foe from the Decepticons' old guard who intends to hoard as much of the planet's energon as he can for himself, hoping to gain power enough to destroy the Autobots upon their return. Okay, for now he is content to lurk in the abandoned cities of Cybertron, practicing his marksmanship by blowing up the tops of old energon towers. Based. Epic. Like, that is all you need sometimes. You need, like, a few lines of a paragraph, a little bit of, you know, like, fluff data, like how cool he is, and just, like, a cool product shot. That's all you needed back then. This is ancient history now. This stuff is, like, almost 20 years old, but, like, that... Oh my god, look at that. That old Cartoon Network logo. Jeez. Oh my days. That just kind of shows you what these Manchild reviews are about. This is especially why I like to look at like the kind of old stuff, because if I can find something that's semi-relevant today, but also like gives me the chance to like look back and just have a wee kind of waffle about it, I love making these videos for that reason. Also, I get toys, that's another bonus. As well as that, we also have these little rare gibbers, Long Rack, Run Amok, and Blur. These are all Armada repaints. That's weird. Yeah, I know this because, hold on, let me just fish them out from my pile of plastic I keep beside me. Because all of these guys here had weird Japanese-only little kind of like mini-con repaints. One of the reasons I tracked down this Buzzsaw, if it'll focus, is because I managed to find and overpay for one of these little rare mini-cons. I forget this guy's name. I don't know if it is just like Crumplezone again, or he has like a special name. Correct me down in the comments if you can, right? Oh, you fucking sleuths. But this has like a little repaint of Crumplezone that is Buzzsaw here's little friend. I guess both of them stayed behind, or maybe it's a little story. They both met in the ruins of Cybertron as a black hole is fucking consuming it like a Fortnite event. I don't know. Either way, I think I've had enough yapping. I want to get this thing open. That's another thing as well, actually, that I like to talk about in these videos. You never see them packaged in the vehicle mode as much these days, apart from like when they specifically do it for like Velocitron and all that. Okay, you know, I've never actually had a boxed Cybertron toy before. All of them, again, like I was saying, hand-me-downs, which is why I'm very happy to get like this kind of like non-specific cyber key as well, because all the cyber keys I have are just like wee bits and bobs that my pals give me, so I can actually enjoy the gimmicks of the toys that I've bought secondhand. I think that's another thing. I know I'm a bit of a hypocrite making the rules so that I have to you know, everything has to be like sealed in box. But secondhand stuff, all my stuff, pretty much all of it, unless it's like a new release or someone get really lucky and like this and like find it for like a decent price down the box. I think there's absolutely no shame, and it's honestly probably better for you and, you know, just people trying to make a bit of money. Oh, that's cool, that pops off. Yeah, I think it's just a good wee practice to just buy stuff secondhand rather than like. Some people are crazy, they bin old Transformers instead of like selling them for parts, or like just giving them away. It's crazy. No as much little annoying wee plastic wires this time, thank God. I think I say that in every video, but I get my feet destroyed every time I walk in here just because of all the little plastic wires I cut. And no matter how many I collect, God, they find a way to pierce my Achilles tendon and kill me instantly. Still though, oh my goodness, a fresh rare repaint, a fresh rare glup shittle from almost 20 years ago coming out of the box here. I know I've had rarer things in this, would you call it a show series? I don't know, but I appreciate every single one of them, even if like, you know, it's only for a minute. I wonder if you, how bad is the audio quality when I'm opening this up and you can hear the plastic creaking, by the way. I hope I'm like legible. I'm probably gonna like hate myself when I'm editing this and hear how fucking annoying I am. Alright. Fuck you. Oh shit, I left the cyber key in there, fuck. Alright, there's his instructions, but fucking let's get on here. Okay, oh god, this is hello, this is it Giant Planet? Is he from? No, he's not from Giant Planet. I don't think. Isn't it Gigantron? I don't know. This is a giant fucking flyer. That's for sure. I'm barely fitting this in the camera. This is. Oh, that's funny. This is the planet where they're all Scottish, isn't it? That's. Oh, I get it. Nice. It's fucking prank has, bro. Playing that in me, seeing into the future and seeing that. Hello, look at all this. Oh, Cannonball. Speaking about legacy, God, how I'm so pissed off about that. Right, Cannonball had this gorgeous kind of like weird, like I don't know what you'd call it. Right, correct me if I'm wrong, but kind of like New Orleans, like fucking like ska ass, like cool skeleton on the side, and they just replaced it for the new legacy toy for like just to be like a fan wank Volk reference. You can see the design documents, and like they were planning on putting this on the side of him. And they just didn't do it. Like, it feels like incestuous, man. It's crazy. Like, and then like the new toy, he has like fake doors on his side, and the fake doors are like they don't even have the skeleton on it, so it doesn't even make any sense. Oh, this is my nostalgia critic rant. I'm telling you, these toys though, very cool. There's the guy who can like fan mode turn into the toilet. These little wankers, that weird Skywarp, Primus, good. Literally, actually, yeah, God. Nemesis Breaker, that weird Soundwave, Lug Nuts of a Z. I've never heard of this guy. That's interesting. Huh. Right, anyways. Our cool new toy here. Let me just plug in this big epic missile. Well, this is a significant remold. Yeah, I should probably bang out Cyclonus. He's in the corner there for a little comparison in a minute. But, oh yeah, no, ouch, that was on tight, I hurt my wee thumb there. That's how you know all these things are. Yeah, okay, yeah, well, okay, cool, I like this evil little helicopter, like, a drone thingy. Oh, sorry. I'm just taking that in for a minute. You do not get that nowadays. Just a silly little helicopter spin gimmick. Nowadays, they'd be afraid to do that. They'd probably make the propellers really small as well. Just that sounds like a duck taking a shit. That is beautiful. Does his little head pop out? I don't actually know what his head looks like. Can it pop out? Is it like a cyber gimmick or what the fuck? This thing moves now. This is interesting. Wow. Let's take this in. Like, holy shit. That is so bizarre. Hold on, where's not the original, but the legacy Buzzsaw. Hold on. Yeah, does this does this not look like you've just like took his soul and like imbued it into an attack helicopter, like a big sci-fi like Judge Dredd helicopter? I get the same kind of vibes. This is a bit more saturated, you know. I think this feels a bit more lively. This is kind of going for like an evil, gross, like sinister bug kind of look, which, you know, I respect. I get it. I get it. But I do think I think I prefer this. You know what I mean? Like, I say one about the Waspinator mold, blah blah blah. I say one about the Cyclonus mold. This feels. I don't know if there's layers to this. I like it when Transformers toys have layers and there's a kind of like weird I don't want to say culture, but like I kind of this is me always running out of words in this show. A nice kind of foundation to it, you know. This is based on a Beast Wars toy, which is an Armada repaint, which is now in the Cybertron line and like some kind of like special end of year like Primus Unleashed thingy, you know. There's like layers to this just daft character, and I really appreciate that. And I'm wondering, how does your little bit here? Okay, it opens up like that, and if I can just grab Poof Farty over here and like, I can't remember how you plug him in. Is it like, does this count as a transformation sequence? I don't know. You just kind of go, you wing it basically. You just hoped and pray that like this. And I know I threw away the instructions there. I'm realizing that as well. Those would probably help me. But yeah, you kind of just hope and pray that he like plugs in like this, I think. I don't know if like those wee tabs pair up, whatever. Fuck it. Give me a second here. Yeah, there it is. There's the complete Buzzsaw experience. Fucking with all the missiles and the big leg guns and this big tank thing sticking out. Is this bit supposed to move, or am I just... I don't know. I think, like... I don't know. Oh, no, never mind, actually. Yeah, this, I guess because of the remold, this little bit doesn't move about. Maybe it should. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm very happy with this. This big, saturated, contrasting colours, evil tank of his wee pal, which for some reason, I'm not sure just yet. Does the head pop out? Where does the cyber key go? Goes there, I think. Hold on, let's see this. There it is. What the fuck do? Do you just like fire the missile? You do, and it doesn't pop out. That's another staple of fucking Manchild reviews. The missiles never go out anywhere. Hold on, what if I just like jam it really quickly? All right. I'll give you that one, bro. I will give you that one. I think I'm running out of kind of stupid things to say about this helicopter mode, so let's get him transformed, right? Yeah. Fuck. Whoa. Alright, you can still tell there's a little bit of Armada. We have spent too much of the budget and now our toys feel a little bit silly. That kind of feel to him, seeing as he is a repaint of Armada Cyclonus. He's a little bit wobbly. His whole thing doesn't even fit in the frame of this camera here. But he's very swag. I like him. And something I wanted to say, right? Especially now that I see him in person. And I don't know if this is like a kind of weird niche comment to make, but like this, with the saturated colours and the kind of like plastic, right? Does he not feel more like the render? If you go on like TF Wiki or like look it up on Google Images, right? There's this render of Buzzsaw. I think it's from like an old Japanese box where they did those kind of nice like LA kind of CGI, like everything's kind of like bright and saturated and kind of whimsical looking like CGI renders. He looks more like that than the actual like other Buzzsaw toys. I don't know how they did it. Maybe it's the plastic they use, maybe it's the kind of molding techniques or like the kind of aesthetic they had. But this guy looks more like those renders than like Legacy Buzzsaw or even the original. And I don't know how to feel about that. This guy feels more like Buzzsaw than like, you know, what he's actually homaging. He's like, it's like the Thing remake, you know, everyone like kind of like likes the the 80s one more than what it was like. I guess it owes itself to. Maybe I could do a better comparison there, but still, fuck you, missile. I'm wondering, right, are the rest of his gimmicks only activated by mini-cons? Because I suppose that's a good thing that I have this little guy with me. Is it? It's not even popping out. Is it? Cool, cool. Can this just pop out without the minicon? Did they change that? Yeah. Okay, you don't even need the minicon to like pull out his guns anymore. That's interesting. I suppose because he didn't come packaged with one. Yeah, that's fair enough. I do think this is like a gorgeous like Cyclonus repaint. There are a lot of like strange kind of Cyclonus repaints, which you would not expect, right? This guy feels like you could maybe get like one or two, but there's a lavender one, there's like a green one, there's this guy. I'm sure there's like a couple more if his head would pop up and like, and in respect as I think, does the head only like move when, yeah. That doesn't happen in the original. The head only moves up when he's like his little crotch there is like fully in place. That's interesting. I suppose they did some like, would you call it QC, quality of life improvements? Oh yeah, I should probably talk about this guy. As I transform him. There you go, little Dumple Zone or whatever we're gonna call him. He's a little cutie. I like him. He's like a wee like Metal Slug soldier looking kind of guy. He's got personality to him. I like him. But I think we're gonna get his pal in for a little comparison here. Yeah, there we are. Oh, right off the shelf. Cyclonus, my beloved. Right, it's actually really jarring seeing these two beside each other. I've never actually seen any photos of them together. I haven't taken any photos of them together or anything. This is interesting, right? This is a very saturated, cartoony character with old 90s colours next to the dawn of the new era, the Y2K kind of muted colours, but like still very like in your face, crazy bronze, blue, orange face, purple. This is interesting. I feel like these are like contemporaries, if you know what I mean. Obviously, because they are from the same like era of Transformers, but and they're literally the same fucking guy. But this feels like two palettes of the same like 2000s era, if you know what I'm saying. It's like the kind of like the past of the 90s where it's like crazy and saturated and wild. That still stays and that still get like a kind of presence lingering. But then at the same time, he's not the original. He's a repaint of this dude and his wee pal, who are like kind of more muted and trying to go for like a more, I don't know, they're trying to better it. They're thinking like, you know, maybe more muted, mature colors is better. We want to try and find a new audience. Transformers isn't for babies anymore. I'll let you decide if that's true or not. But I think this kind of thinking is what led to shit like, shit like Transformers Prime and animated, and especially the movies, right? Like, you're never going to see this guy kicking about the Bayverse. But this guy, his colours are more in line with what you would maybe see in a Bayverse toy, aren't they? I don't know, maybe I'm off on another one of my fucking blethers. But, I'm free to say it, it's my show. I like these toys very much. This one, he's not the focus though, so yeah, I am very happy. I'm not like crazy excited like I am for like maybe some other videos because I don't really have any attachment to this. But I think this is a new thing, which is also old. It's a new experience for me. It's a very old toy that oh shit, he can do stilts. Huh? Sorry. Anyway, it's a new experience for me for an old toy, and I'm grateful for that. It's cool to see this toy that I've had for a while kind of updated to fit like the late to mid 2000s instead of being like, you know, the brand new kind of reinvention of Transformers. Gorgeous head sculpt, by the way. I don't think I've been like talking about it, but I haven't like brought specific attention to it. Ooh, that is Cybertron Buzzsaw. Who else could this be? This is phenomenal. And I think it's kind of helped my my mindset of understanding why they. Excuse me, focus, pal. This is your big fucking send-off. I think it makes me realise why they would do like a big fancy, or not Armada, Cybertron Starscream repaint. A little bit of, what is that on his shoulder? I keep getting distracted in this one. They would do a nice big like Titan Metroplex, even if it does shelf warm. This was a very distinct era of like your very kind of like Japanese leaning like mecha. What is this white stuff on him? Does he have like mold like that in the cell toy? Yuck! Minging this aside, this is a gorgeous aesthetic where it's nice and like bold colors with big cool like, you know, like kind of Gundam, mecha anime. I don't know too much about it, but like you get what I'm trying to say. These big kind of like greebling on him, but it's also a kind of silly character who's like a little evil man who turns into a big evil wasp. And I love that for you, man. You're cool, dude. You know, if you want to get a bit more serious, if you're getting older and you want to try and like change up your vibe without just rehashing what's came before, good on you, bro. I respect that. And I just wish that maybe with some of the stuff they've been doing in Legacy, especially Animated B and a few other characters, some characters who've been neglected getting you know, very show accurate designs. It's cool, you know. We would have never had a very accurate Optimus Primal if it wasn't for Kingdom. We wouldn't have had that gorgeous new skids if it weren't for Legacy. But sometimes you gotta realize, for the bigger picture, fuck you, that sometimes change is better, you know what I'm saying? I think this is the same conclusion I come to in every one of these videos. But until something happens, I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to keep talking about toys that way. Thank you very much. My name is Keej TV. You have a good one.